In this episode, I'm going to be discussing what atheists always want to object to. Atheists will constantly tell you, oh, what I believe is not a religion. I just reject your religion. I reject your God, that's all. It's a lack of belief. It's not a religion at all. No. This is not true. Merriam-Webster defines religion as, number one, the belief in a god or in a group of gods. Two, an organized system of beliefs, ceremonies, and rules used to worship a god or group of gods. Three, an interest, a belief, or an activity that is very important to a person or group. Do atheist alliances, foundations, and groups come to mind? Bingo! Not all definitions, but they do match one of the definitions under the banner of religion. Now, this does not apply to every single atheist. If you just say, well, I reject God, and I go about your merry way, odds are I wouldn't say you're in a religion. This identifies the militant atheists, like Aaron Raw, Richard Dawkins, the Atheist Experience, all these people on YouTube. They are definitely classified as under a religion. When something is so important to you that you are pushing a worldview on a daily basis, push, without let up, trying to convince people of your side to win converts to your side through videos, writing books, and you won't shut up about it. This is what evangelists do. This is definitely a religion. You have an agenda. You have a worldview which contains an entire theology. The world created itself. There is no God. A life created itself. We evolved from this thing to that thing until now we have man. There is an entire theology there and an entire worldview. The world theology doesn't necessarily mean biblical theology or something only in a religion where they worship a god or a god of some sort or a group of gods. Theology is just simply a belief system. That's all it is. If you have a whole system of beliefs, say, well, I believe the universe came about without God. He wasn't necessary. That's a belief. Even though you reject God, you still are believing something. You have a belief. You believe that he wasn't necessary. Just believing that God was not necessary for the creation of the universe, that's a belief. You have to believe that in order to state that. Nobody states something they don't believe. They state things they do believe. And these militant atheists go out there and they believe this. They state it as proven fact. God is not necessary, Richard Dawkins says. We don't need him. He's not necessary. The universe came about on its own. Life came about on its own. And this became that, this became this, that, and the other until finally man. So there's a belief system here. That's a theology. A system of things you accept as reality. That's a theology. And within this theology, there is an entire worldview. Your worldview is always based on what you believe. Your view of everything, of how things came into existence, so on and so forth. That shapes your worldview. So we got a theology, a worldview, and they push it on a daily basis through videos, writing books, public debates. They will not shut up about it. They just go on and on and on, ranting and raving and carrying on, and they belong to atheist organizations and all this stuff. That's the religion. Aaron Raw is a religion evangelist. He's evangelizing people, trying to convince people of his side. And so is Richard Dawkins. They're out there evangelizing on a daily basis. Cosmic Skeptic, the Atheist Experience, all of these people. They're evangelists. They have a worldview, a system of theology, the way they believe reality is, and how things happen, and how things are, etc. And they are pushing this through all these media outlets. YouTube, books, public debates, you name it. And they continue to push it. Just like an evangelist goes out and he pushes his worldview to try to convince others to his side. No difference. It always amazes me how if Aaron Ra and Cosmic Skeptic and all these people don't believe in God so much, they believe he didn't create so much, they believe that the Bible is a fraud so much, then why do they spend their entire lives dedicating themselves every single day of the week on and on and on to talking about God and talking about the Bible? They reject God, they reject the Bible as truth, yet they want to talk about God and talk about the Bible every day of the week, constantly bringing out videos talking about it, writing books talking about it, attending public debates talking about it. Do you think I would waste my time arguing and carrying on and trying to convince people and writing books and attending public debates and posting videos on YouTube every hour, all day long, every week, the rest of my life, on something that I don't think is even a reality? Aaron Ra, Cosmic Skeptic, all you guys out there, the Atheist Experience, get a life. If you don't believe in God, fine. Shut up about it already. Move on. You know? If you don't believe something, then you don't believe something. Just shut up about it. Now, the atheists can say, well, you're not being quiet about it. You know, Christians are always coming against Christianity and doing the same thing, putting out videos, this, that, and the other. On the surface, that sounds like they have a good point, a good comeback. But when you dig deeper, it's really not. Because Christianity only in history started speaking up the way we do with our videos and books and whatnot because atheists started flapping their mouth and started coming against us. Oh, we're irrational. We're crazy. We're teaching kids in school lies and imaginary fairies and all this bull crap they come up with. They fired the first shot. So Christians have been defending themselves ever since. If atheists would have just personally in their mind, okay, I reject it, I'm just going to go on with my life now, you would never see any of these videos whatsoever against atheism, nor any books against atheism. We would never mention them. Might witness to them every now and then on the streets if you run into them, but we wouldn't be all gung-ho like we are now. We're defending ourselves against the attacks of atheism. We have to. What, are we supposed to be quiet? Why, Aaron Ra and Richard Dawkins and all you other people out there, Cosmic Skeptic, Atheist Experience, bash Christians and Christianity, call us fools, ignorant, unreasonable, stupid, morons, retarded, every name in the book, drag our character through the mud. We're supposed to keep quiet? No! We're not going to keep quiet because you started attacking us. We're not just going to let you do it and keep our mouths shut about it. But like I said, getting back to the point, you don't believe in God? Fine, don't believe in Him. Who gives a shit? I don't give a damn if Aaron Raw believes in God or not. But when he starts making it his life goal to make videos on YouTube about something he claims he doesn't believe, which is a sign of a freaking mental illness, that if you don't believe something, you continue to talk about it continually, bringing out videos, talking about it continually, going to the public debates and arguing about it continually, and then claiming that you don't believe in the very thing you're arguing. Well, if you don't believe it, then why does it bother you so much? Just get on with your life and get a damn life. But Aaron Raw won't let it go. Atheist Experience won't let it go. Cosmic Skeptic won't let it go. None of them. They got to keep on and on and on and on and bashing, attacking, and slandering, and name-calling, and insulting, and all this stuff. Which is why I've come to the conclusion that atheism equals world hate. It is nothing but hate. And it is indeed a religion when these kind of people are this far into it, the militant atheists, and are doing what they're doing, the ones I just mentioned. Yes, indeed. Zealous atheists most certainly have an interest, belief, and activity that is very important to them. They love to talk about their non-belief, push their non-belief, write about their non-belief, and even go to public debates and continue to talk about it. They even have their own church, for God's sakes, now. The first church of atheism. You can find it online. Google it. So it definitely is a religion. And when something is pushed by an individual, a worldview, a belief system, this hard, you are definitely evangelizing. The same as a Christian evangelist would go out and try to convert people. Because you won't shut up about it. I can't see for the life of me why atheists are so bothered by people who choose to believe in God. Because the atheist wants his opinion to be the opinion. Oh, if I reject God, that means everybody has to reject God. If I believe he doesn't exist, then that means it's a fact. He doesn't exist, and everybody better accept this fact. No, this kind of a freaking attitude. An atheist have the colossal gall to call us all these names, irrational fools and everything like this, yet they are the ones that believe things create themselves out of non-existence. By themselves, for no reason at all, poof, right out of non-existence, and brings itself into existence. They believe in things that are nuttier than a freaking fruitcake, and yet they'll point their finger at a Christian and call him nutty. Wow, talk about double standards and the pot calling the kettle black. Well, that's it for this episode. Post your comments below. I'm sure I've pissed off quite a few of you with this one. Oh well.